So, today we're gonna talk about how I create this scene in Blender. So, before starting it, I want to just say that this scene is very easy to create. So, let's see. Now, open Blender, create new file and delete everything. Now, add new plane, scale it and apply the scale. Now, add a cube, scale it down and adjust it. Now, go to the edit tab and delete the upper face of cube. Then go to modify tab and apply solidify modifier. Then increase the thickness. After that add bevel modifier. Now add new cube, scale it down and adjust it. After that apply bevel modifier, increase the segment and also the amount of bevel. Now when I apply set smooth or auto set smooth on the plane, here you can see some shading issue happened. To solve the issue, we have to add another modifier, weighted normal modifier. Now you can see our shading issue solved. Now I am going to add new cube and create some lower part of the chip. For that I am going to just use array modifier, duplicate it and place it on the right place. Now I am going to select our main chip, go to edit tab, select the upper face, insert it and extrude it down. For some better visual interest, I am just going to add a logo using new text. I am just type my word, then simply just go to text property, change the font and give some thickness of it. Now adjust it on the right place. Now I am going to add a camera, then change focal length around 20 for wider view of the scene. Now the main part comes here, the shading. For it, select the plane and add new texture. Then simply click on the principal PSDF and just click Ctrl T. Just click open and add your image texture. Now select the image texture and plug it to metallic and the roughness. Here you can see our roughness is not work properly. So I am going to invert it by using color ramp and also add bump node and connect to the image texture and principal BSDF. Now select the chip, add new texture and repeat the same process. Here you can see our image texture does not placed properly on the chip. We have to go to the UV editor, then select the upper face and adjust it according the interesting part. After that, I am just using the same material to the other part of the chip. Here you can see our scene does not have lights. I am just going to add a point light, increase the strength and also increase the radius. Now I am go to the camera view and do some adjustment. Enable the depth of field, select the target and decrease the f-stop of the aperture for better blur effect. Here you can see I am still using EV engine for my render. Now I am going to add emission to my logo. Now I am going to add emission to the plane. For it, we have to just add a mix shader, emission shader, duplicate the image texture and connect to the color ramp, connect to the mix shader and also the emission to the mix shader. Change the color and increase the strength. Now I am going to change the EV engine to the cycle and change the device to the GPU compute. Now I am going to add another cube for adding volume or depth in the scene. Now I am going to animate the whole scene, but before it, I am going to parent the logo to the chip. Now I am going to add new keyframe on the different position of the chip. And also I am going to mute the emission of the plane. Then simply change the color of the point light. Then here you can see our animation looks like this. Now I am going to animate the emission of the plane. To animate the emission, we have to just add color ramp and the gradient texture. Now select the gradient texture and change linear to spherical. Here you can see our gradient texture does not work properly. So now select the gradient texture and just click Ctrl+T. Then simply connect object to the vector. Now you can see our gradient texture looking good. Now we just animate the scale value of the gradient texture. To animate the scale value of the gradient texture, we have to add value node and connect to the scale. Now increase the number of the value node to see the effect. Now I am just going to add keyframe on the value node to see the effect and also animate the effect. So after everything, here you can see our animation look like this. So that's it. I hope this video is helpful for you. Enjoy your creativity, keep learning, keep growing. Thank you for watching.